Well, good morning to all my favorite souls. I hope you guys are doing well or better since, the past 2 days have been a little bit weird. Especially yesterday. I mean, it started on, what's today? Thursday, right? It started on Thursday with being so heavy and thick and this feeling of having to push through, right? Um, but yesterday was even worse. But what I found was that yesterday, even though I felt heavier, I was blocked, I wasn't able to do anything. No matter what I started doing, I felt like running on a treadmill. I didn't get anywhere, no matter how hard I tried. And then I realized, okay, if if things don't work, if I keep trying and trying and trying, then there's really no use in doing it, right? So yourself in an energy like that, really the best thing you can do is to go and see what are the circumstances or the things that you can really change and which are the ones that you can't, because the ones that you can't change really don't need your energy and your attention at that moment. So focus on those that you can change. If you are then at the point where I was yesterday, finding that there's really nothing you can change right now, then it's a perfect opportunity to practice gratefulness, right? I mean, even on days where you find yourself complaining, or you feel as if you have nothing, take a few minutes. I'll bet you can find at least 10 things that you're super grateful for, that you take for granted the rest of the time. Not because you're a bad person, but just because they're so in your routine, right? I mean, be grateful that you have a bed to sleep in. I was grateful for being able to lay on my cozy couch with my favorite blanket and just relax, right? I was grateful that I did not have to function yesterday, like that I don't have to go anywhere. That was really, I think, the best thing that happened to me yesterday. And also, if you find yourself in an energy like that, I myself, I love turning to the prayer that the 12 steps use, and that is, I bet you all know it. It's God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. And following that prayer ever since I found those 12 steps, really helped me get through some rough days. I mean, um, I'm still tired, I'm still exhausted, but that's just the way it is, right? I mean, not every day is a perfect sunshiny glory day where we feel good and happy. There's other days, and there always will be. The important thing is, to allow it to be. Just take it as it is. Don't judge it, don't interpret it, don't put too much energy in it. Just do the best that you can at that moment in time, right? I just saw 404, by the way. If that means anything to anyone. And I'm gonna take a look now what might want to come through for the day. See, I'm back to my Golden Universal Tarot, which is so funny because for a very long time I refused to even buy it because it's a more classic tarot, and I love unusual tarot decks like the Rackham Tarot that I just got and that I still don't use a lot, at least not, in public, because it's so special, it's so unusual, it's so far from what I've ever seen before. I mean, look at that. That's the Knight of Cups. And that's the Five of Cups. I have no clue what it has to do with the Five of Cups that we know, right? I said, what? Okay. I might use it one of these days. So far, it's a deck perfect for me and for private readings, which I do. Someone's interested, I do private readings. If you're not following me on Instagram yet, feel free to do so. You will find some good stuff on there almost every day. Also, all the infos and links how to contact me if you have questions or any guidance or want to book a personal or something in that matter. Okay, peeking through as a sneak peek for today, we have the Wheel of Fortune. And it really makes sense. It actually made me laugh because it does feel as if the tables would be turning today, turning back into our favor, or we are passing that point of where, we watch that wheel turning in excitement, but don't really see anything. Also, the energy as yesterday was kind of like being stuck in that wheel, right? And turning and turning and turning and turning with no end, no end, no end, no end. So let's see what energy wants to show itself for today. Guys, if you haven't done so yet, check out the other videos on my channel. I do have some love readings. I do have general messages for all the zodiac signs. I even did a twin flame reading on Monday or Tuesday, which I haven't done for a while. And don't forget to like my videos so that so that my channel gets a little bit more attention and we can help spread my messages into this beautiful world. Because I think there's many people here on this planet who appreciate the messages but don't see them. Because my channel is too tiny, teensy, smally. Not king, Knight of Cups. It's the second or third time now that he's showing on the bottom of the deck. Just want to mention, look at my mug. I love that one. Okay. I'm hearing the song Concrete Walls in the background. It's a really slow song. It sounds as if you're playing a record slower than you should, and it's talking about someone hitting concrete walls. So again, that kind of matches that Wheel of Fortune energy, because we might have felt or might feel as if we're hitting concrete walls, after we have moved. Or things have been so slow. I mean, even time has been super slow these days. It was insane. Lots of flippers that won't decide. So one actual flipper. Go here. All right. Oh, I love that one. Thank you. We got the Fool. So to me, this says like really feeling a little bit fresher, a little bit lighter, being able to, after having cleared our minds, possibly being able to take things a little bit more easy. And even if we find ourselves, at the end of the road, we're just, okay, well, let's see what options we have. And as you see, he's looking up, and I feel like he's looking at this. So, sorry, thank you. there might be something coming in today that is helping us getting back on track again. I'm gonna take this away so that you can see the cards. Actually, I don't like this. I'm not satisfied with this. Okay, we have the 9 of Wands. That's that exhaustion that we're feeling, right? And also, this guy is not moving. Not at all. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. Also, you know, he must be exhausted juggling all that shit. And we have the 9 of Cups, which, yes, is something that is a satisfied energy. It's also a wish fulfillment energy. But to me, it's also that moment where this isn't quite there yet. I mean, look at that guy. He looks happy, but also a little bit mysterious, maybe even fed up. And there's a curtain behind him. So what is behind that curtain, I ask you guys? Can you tell me? Oh, you want to trip on me. Ooh, it's fucking cold outside. Okay. I want some more from here, and then I'm going to clarify. What's going on? If there's more. I can see the spread already. Ha! Yes, thank you. No. Yeah, and here we have my very dear friend. Whoops. Again, my very dear friend, the 4 of Swords. So just, I'm putting that thoughts here and here and here, and I'm just gonna lay it down. Leave me alone. Prayers and meditation, guys. And here's our friend, the Fool. Here's the Queen of Wands. And here is the Page of Swords. Damn, I had to think about that for a moment. So, yeah, that belongs down here. That's the thing about intuitive reading, guys. It can take longer than having a ready to go setup spread. Yeah, see? It's the balance between resting and keeping ourselves stuck. Really, really weird energy, but behind that we have the Ace of Cups. So, to me, another sign that it should get better. Anyhow, what I'm seeing in here is basically what I said before. Sometimes I don't know why I even pull cards. Is that if we feel that exhausted, that struggled, and if we feel that, that stalemate moment where we really can do nothing else but wait to see what is hiding behind those curtains, or until that dude lets us through, right? We have to focus. We have to focus on what we have, to focus on what's important, and to focus on what we can really change, okay? So that one thought that we should look at, that's really worth looking at, and at the same time, keeping our energy clear and standing in our power and in our ground. To have that one thing that we can focus on in continuous growth. And to feel comfortable in this situation, right? Not like this, but like that. This we should feel when we come into an energy of being blocked, of standing still. And I actually like that there's 2 similar energies here, because that with the 2 coins, He seems a little foolish also. He's like that guy standing there juggling to amuse people, right? To entertain people a bit. And with those two being here, I really feel that we're out of that, like that we're saying like, hey, no, I'm not everybody's fool. I'm not your entertainer, and I'm not dependent on your attention or on whatever you give me. I free myself of that and I go. Okay, let's clarify a little bit. I'm clarifying myself. Meanwhile, by the way, I am gonna clarify with the Brave New World. I like that. I'm gonna clarify with the Vice Versa Tarot. I can't even say like one of my favorite decks because all my decks are my favorite decks. There are decks not used that often. There are actually some decks that I haven't used in forever. Maybe I should give them away. That would be an idea. One more. Once. Okay, thank you. Yeah, see, it's ending. That energy is ending, and we're coming back into first of all the Page of Wands at the bottom. The dude with the Phoenix energy, creating himself out of nothing, out of nowhere. He took his wand and he left. And then we have Death and the Sun in the vice versa position. And that's like really like, look, this energy here is ending. It might look a little bit ugly, but the sun is rising on you again, and you are guarded and protected. You might not see what is behind these walls, but you do know that they are for your protection, right? And very soon, you and your horsey will be able to run free again. That's the other side, by the way. So, what's the Nine of Cups all about? What's the Nine of Cups all about? Yeah, see? Nice one. Very nice one. I want one more, please, if that's okay. Can I have one more? Oh, yeah, thanks. Look at that. There's the Fool again. And it's vice versa. And as I said, it's like standing at the end of the road, but seeing the good things that lay ahead, right? Making that wish, knowing that no matter what you do and what decision you make and where you go, you're always being guided by the universe. So, clarifying the Nine of Cups, I have the Ten of Swords in the vice versa position, which really is like, look, that's the regular Ten of Swords thing, right? That pain, that hurt, that, being stabbed in the back or just being brought down. But here you see that the armor actually is empty, and the guy who it belongs to is sitting next to it and is looking at it. So it's really saying, like, hey, you might feel exhausted, but look, nothing really happened, right? You got through it, you're fine, you can move on, you can keep going, and you don't always have to see what's going on. You can just trust. Okay, you might be still a little bit guarded, yes, but that's fine. This is also like thought and emotion, right? And on the other side, you have the moon. So really, as I said, trusting your intuition and allowing these thoughts that might be blocking just to be, to exist. What's the Two of Pentacles about? Two of Pentacles. And what she does, she throws it back to me. Whoopsie! That fell quite a bit. And there's a Wheel of Fortune again. Looky, with all the gods and goddesses there. They're all like, hey, turning the wheel for you, babies. It almost looks as if they're in a meeting talking about what they're going to do next, right? Okay, clarifying the Two of Pentacles. We have Justice. I don't have to say anything about that, right? You know? And the Seven of Cups. And that's actually, I love that it comes out because of what I said before. If you look at the other side, look at that man. He's in the water. He's in a swamp. He left somewhere, like where he lives is behind him. There's those cups in front of him, and he seems really, really confused. But you do see that he's blind. He doesn't have eyes. But on the other side, it turns out, look, he's being guided through all that, and he's trusting in the fact that he's being guided. He somehow knows that he's not alone, and that's why he had the courage to go, because he knows that everything is fine. He knows that where he is right, where he's going is right, and that it's all part of a plan, right? It's all part of a plan. I like this. Yeah, this one wanted to come out a bit. Okay, maybe you guys, as just saw 22, maybe you guys have your temper a little bit. I do feel you in that, but as I said, if you're dealing with things that you cannot really change, don't waste your energy by putting it into anger or frustration. It's just not worth it. Okay, you have so many better things where you can put your energy in. As I said, gratefulness. For example, don't waste it by, don't let it go into a lower vibration. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's enough. That's enough. Okay, we have the Queen of Pentacles. Then we have the Hermit in the vice versa position. And the King of Wands also in the vice versa position. And both these cards are actually like, it's both very mature energies. Maybe a little bit strange even, because the King of Wands, he can be strict and kind of arrogant also. He can be someone who would rather let others work for him than do things himself, even though the card is saying that you should take action about things. And I don't know if you can see that, but here in that card, you can see that he has a giant basilisk in that tree. And that's really speaking of to me, of the healing power that he provides, of the strength that he has, of the protection that he offers, and that he's actually seeking. You might not see it, but he does. And then here we have the Hermit in vice versa position, which I love because it brings the Hermit out of this darker mode. So as I said, again, the sun is rising again. Okay, you're coming out of the dark. Maybe with the full moon, since this is second or third card with the full moon on it. So during the waxing moon, during the growing moon, keep, as I said, keep your energy clean and make sure that you manifest without putting your energy into a bad place, so that the outcome that we face with the full moon, when when our manifestations come in, are clean and clear and not disturbed or interfered by any negative energies. I'm always hesitant saying negative because that's really an interpretation and a judgment. But, well, it is what it is, right? So what's the Queen of Wands all about? By the way, we have Queen and King of Wands on the board, but from 2 different decks. What's the Queen of Wands all about? Ooh, Jesus. Okay. Okay. Yeah, all right. 2 of Cups at the bottom of the deck. Yes, soulmate energy. Yes, twin flame energy. But first and foremost, what is it? Alignment with self. All right. Even though I do feel with what we are having here, and because of the fact that we have the King of and Queen of Wands on the board. So here we have the 3 of Wands in the vice versa position, which is looking towards the future. The 6 of Swords, also vice versa position, where you can really see that woman in the boat. And the Knight of Wands, also vice versa. So this is like, okay, you did definitely leave someone or something behind, someone who wasn't able to focus on the important things, who might have had an overflux of energy, who was very distant from you. Could be yourself, really. Like, I feel like this is an external energy, and you decided to leave that behind, and that was a good decision because it was messing with your mind way too much. And if you look really closely in this card, the woman in the boat is holding a chalice. So she was really like protecting her heart, protecting her emotions by making that choice of moving on. And now the result that we could face, or might still be facing, or could have faced about that, is that this person, there was drama, because that Knight of Wands, he loves drama. He loves getting involved in drama. He needs the drama. He needs the storm. He can't do things in a normal way. So overall, what this is saying is, again, stay out of drama. Stay out of things that can change. Stay out of energies that will simply mess with yours, because you want to stay clean and clear in order to manifest properly. Okay, clarifying the Fool. My voice is breaking, so there might be some chakra issues. Let's see, what about the Fool? What's going through? Ooh, okay, yeah, okay, yeah, I see it. It's okay. Yeah, okay, yeah, okay. Seven of Pentacles. We all know what that is, right? Now the other side I want to show it is the 3 of Swords. But I gotta say, when I feel soulmate energy, I do not always immediately say it. But it comes through again. What we have, the Knight of Cups, vice versa, and the Lovers, vice versa. So again, of course, this can mean that you are making decisions for yourself, staying in alignment with yourself, following your guidance to have the best possible outcome for yourself. But with the Knight of Cups here and the cards that we had before, there might as well be someone coming towards you with an offer or an apology. So someone that that you have a very rather dramatic past with, doesn't necessarily mean that you're separated now, but just a connection that hasn't been going very well in the past few weeks. There might be some clarity, some apologies from both sides. It's always both sides, guys. And some justice being served. Yeah, see. Might be Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Maybe a Gemini. So, how about some oracle? I love my Rumi oracle cards. They're the best. All right. Three cards. A new gown, yeah, in combination with the cloak of Christ. So something is revealing itself, something is showing itself, maybe even someone. There's a truth being revealed, something is being brought back into balance. Also, we have you who show the way. That's on one hand, it's you following your guidance. Funny that I pulled that out. It's 33, and I get 33 on the clock. But it's again, it's you standing in your ground, staying in your power, not letting anything mess with your energy, in order to pull in the things that suit you, right? Then Layla. Also, look, guidance, guidance, guidance. And again, cloak of Christ. So physical issues, guys, that I see here is definitely a very active crown. Some of you might have headaches, even though I see it more as tingling on the scalp. Maybe you have issues with your scalp, with the skin on your. So what you might benefit from is giving your head, and it really works, guys. I'm not just saying it. Giving your head a salt scrub. It's a little bit complicated, but it really, really does a lot for a burning crown. Also, I see as being rather open, and that's the thing. I see as rather open to external energies, the energy to filter everything that's going on around us. which which is why we're being offered the cloak of Christ, which is protection, shielding ourselves. So you guys might also benefit from actively shielding yourself from external energies. I'm going to see what the messages say from the booklet. I'm not going to read all 3 full messages. It would be too long. But I will make sure to pick the most important messages coming through for us, okay? Yes, I listen to heavy metal. Sorry. Let me change that for a second. Okay. This oracle comes to you with a special message. You are an inspiration. You are helping those around you, and even many of whom you are unaware. You are doing this because this is your path, this is your way, your gift. To live a life dedicated to the growth of consciousness and, through that dedication, inspire others to receive the loving consciousness of the great beloved that can benefit them so greatly, no matter what their situation or circumstances. See exactly what I said before. No matter, good morning, Hannah, no matter what the circumstances are, you stay in your loving energy. You are not doing this through any effort or will. You are doing this because this is your nature, your being, your way. Just embrace the darkness with its by simply being. So too does your inner sun. To understand this or do anything with the information given, although you may find it of comfort or even shocked by it, pleasantly perhaps. It is just an acknowledgement of who and what you are, given freely because you are ready to receive such an acknowledgement. You're also being gifted through this oracle with a sign. This oracle is an omen, an issue too difficult for you to understand, no matter how hard you have been working on it, is about to be resolved. You have no need to hold on to it or become more worthy of that resolution. It is going to happen according to the great grace of the great beloved, and your job is to allow it to happen, to simply bear witness to the resolution, even if you have no idea what is going on in the process. You might find that whilst you're letting go, the resolution happens without you being aware of it until after the fact. Then, apparently, all of a sudden, what was an issue is no longer so. If you have a situation in your midst that feels impossible to resolve, the divine has it covered. Do the sacred honoring ritual and let it be sorted out by a power greater than your own. This is funny because I said that several times. It shall be sorted out, and your sun shall rise. Just as day follows night again and again, so too shall your sun rise after any issue or struggle. Have faith and hope, and know that this is a sensible approach to any dilemma, no matter how serious it may seem. For what use is it to bemoan the absence of day, even on the longest night, when you know in every moment dawn is ever closer to breaking once again? Your hope is then not foolish, but wise. I love that. The sacred honoring ritual, guys, is basically just a prayer, okay? And that's what I said earlier. Meditate and pray. Do the serenity prayer. It's really cool. Ba, 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 ba. Layla. This oracle brings you a message. You are moving through a period of not knowing, of time in the great void or womb of the Divine Mother. It is in this place the seed can crack open and take root. This cannot happen in the light where all is seen and recognized. It must happen under the cover of darkness, where only trust can assure one of success. This is the way of nature, the way of life, and it must be honored. This oracle brings you ancient wisdom. It guides you not to fear the darkness, but to enter into it willingly. It is not for you to become lost, but to find your way. This oracle is saying that in the darkness there is path. Tatariki tarikat. Yeah, that's a different language, guys. Do not turn away from it. Let it be. Be with the lack of knowing. When people ask of you so many questions and demand sensible answers to support their notion of reality, do not bow to such unworthiness and fear. Know that their minds may be fearful for your safety and their own, lest your divine madness be contagious, but that their fear is nothing to you, nothing at all. It's not even anything to them, but they just don't know that yet. If you find yourself to be sad, to be grieving whether you know for what or not, or even depressed or struggling, feeling as though you're being pulled down, do not fight, bear witness instead. Allow what is taking place to take place. Allow what is happening to happen. You shall find a joy in allowing the interplay of darkness and the light to take place according to a greater unfolding rhythm of your own divine growth process. Man, I'm good. Sometimes I'll really ask myself why I'm even pulling cards, because I basically say all the things, that come out without even pulling the cards. Yeah, see, you are tired, beloved. Your soul has been ravaged inside and out, and you are succumbing to struggle that is not karmic or necessary, but a symptom of fatigue and weariness of heart, mind, body, and soul. That which plagues you, whether something specific or a general nagging malaise or anxiety you cannot quite pin down, is not as powerful as you fear. You are being given a grace here and now that it may be overcome. Remember, your reactions are a symptom of your exhaustion and a sign that you need respite, sanctuary, and restoration. They are not a sign that something must be done, so much as a sign that something must be received and allowed, that something is healing, made possible through divine protection. In this instance, protection is bestowed through the cloak of Christ. There is a person, place, thing, or belief that has come to be like a manacle around your wrist, or an iron ball and leg iron, preventing you from moving forward with the grace that you have earned spiritually. You are being empowered here to shed that. Don't hesitate. Let yourself be cloaked in the Christ energy and receive the spiritual assistance you deserve now. There is a reason for this. The unfolding of your life purpose is taking a turn for the better, and your energy is required to fuel that new life. Well, guys, I think that's it. Wow, this is another long video. Those videos always turn out to be longer than I want them to. Anyway, I think there's nothing left to say, but have a great day. Enjoy yourself. If you need anything, please contact me. I'm always happy to help. Don't forget, as usual, like the video if you liked it. Share if you know someone who might benefit from it. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, so that I can grow my channel and bring my messages out to more people in this world. I'll see you for the next one, probably later today. Up until then, have a good start into an awesome day. Love you all. Bye bye.